got my two boards. Got a drill bit, a drill, and I got some screws that I'm going to use. The reason I'm going to use these flatheads is because that's what I got right now, and that's just all I'm going to need. I'm going to use. So, and that is how we're going to do it now. I like to make shortcuts if I can that work. Okay, now I need to find the center of these boards. The quickest way to do that, take a piece of paper, set it in there, and just crease it across, and then just fold it in. And right there, that is the center of these boards. So what I'll do is I'll make a mark here at that crease. I'm going to do that on both boards because I know they're both the same. So cut them in the saw. And right here. Now, being in the center of this isn't that critical. It's just something I want to do to make sure that when I do that, I line up inside the center of this board. So I can see I'm a little off, so I'm going to come down just a hair and draw my line. And that should be center. Like I said, my paper was a little off. So that's a quick and easy, dirty way of finding the center of your board. I mean, you can do all the measurements, you can go through everything. You can see I got that, and that's pretty close. Look at there. It's almost immediate, dead center. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this down with that on top, because this is going to need to run right here. What I want to make sure is that I've got a good place that lines up straight. Now this has to be straight. It has to be square. Remember that. That's got to be square. That's very important. Or everything you're doing could be a little off. That's if you're using measurements. There you go. I'm gonna leave this mess up in there. So this is easy. It's just a jig. Remember that. That's all it is a jig. And hopefully, the best thing to do is go ahead and clamp it. A lot of people knock Harbor Freight, but let me tell you what, when you're on a budget like me, and that budget does not include my wood shop, you do what you can with what you got. That should hold it center. That should work. All right. any breakthroughs on any of it somehow. Now we'll do the same here. Okay, that's done. So now what we've got is we've got a, let's say this is our cabinet door. It'll set right in there. And I just happen to have where I went to the cabinet and put a dot on this piece of paper. That's where I want my drill hole to be. So I will mark that. And it just so happens with this particular cabinet, that's actually going to be the same distance on both sides, so it doesn't really matter. So now I'll just drill my hole, and there I go. Now my jig is done. This is going to be the hole. I put it's a cabinet door that swings this way. So I take it, set it here, drill my hole. Then for the cabinet on this side, all I do is rotate it around like this, and the cabinet door will be here that swings this way, and you just line it up with those corners, drill through, and then what you've got is you've got a hole for your door pulls that are exactly the same on both left and right doors. That's why I've got a lip here and a lip here. One's for left and one's for right. All right, and that's what it looks like. And maybe I'll show you how it works here in just a minute. Okay, here's the cabinet door. Here's my jig. You can see I've already got my my hole in there. I'm just going to make sure it's that the camera hits. Okay. So now what I do is on this side, I put it right there. It lines up tight against this edge and against this edge. Then I just drill my hole through. Then that one's done. Then I take and rotate it this way for this side. And now you can tell both cabinet doors have screw holes in the exact same spots. If I can locate the hole right here. I think I may have kind of drill bit that just a little bit. I didn't have a drill bit that was the same size as these screws. That should work just fine. Yeah, nice and tight. And the knobs go on like this. Knob there. And I would grab a knob that is not the right knob. That's the wrong knob. Didn't clean that out enough to get the screw through. There we go. And there we go. You can see both of them are at the exact same location on left and right. And that's how we do it with making it work. You do use what you got.